Let's compare Distres Mixed Media Heavystock with Distres Kraft Heavystock. It's great to be able to do different mixed media techniques with two different surfaces. One has a creamy background and one has the traditional craft background. I'm using Distres ink and Distres oxide just so you can see how the two different inks react on the different backgrounds. I'm just doing a traditional Distres background. I have the Distres dye ink pad at the top and I've got the oxide ink pad at the bottom. The dye ink pad is just a dye ink. The oxide is a blend of dye and pigment. To do a Distres background, I'm smooshing the Distres pad at the top of my media mat and then I'm doing the oxide underneath it. So you can see the difference between the two inks and how they react on the paper. I smushed both pads and then I mixed it with water to kind of mix the ink, have them bead a little bit. I smushed the paper in there, dry it about 90% of the way. It doesn't need to be 100% dry, but you do want it mostly dry. If you just tap it while it's wet, you're just going to blend the colors. If you tap it when it's mostly dry, you're going to get some spots and blotches and layers, and that's really what we're looking for. Most of the time with these Distres backgrounds, you use several different colors. I'm just using one in this instance. And you just repeat the process of drying it most of the way and then tapping it on your surface to get those splotches. The nice thing about the Distres inks is they are water reactive. So I can take some water and splash it on here and they are going to reactivate. And then I can blot that ink up and we're going to get some more splotches, a more distressed look on that background. Now, this isn't the only way you can use these mixed media papers. You can use them many other ways with stamps and stencils as well, but it's great to have different surfaces to choose from to do our mixed media backgrounds that can handle both the wet techniques as well as the dry techniques and let you get creative in the process.